Hello and welcome to episode 285 of the Drive the Green podcast. I'm your host, Matty B, joined in studio by Bronell, Harv, and Knoop. Coming to you a day late this week. We had to wait for the Ryder Cup picks for Team USA, which I guess is no surprise, but is somewhat of a surprise, which we'll touch on what our thoughts are on that. It's also Labor Day week for us, so Labor Day Classic, the 6th annual Labor Day Classic coming this Saturday, so very excited for that. And then also Viktor Hovland, the definition of getting hot at the right time as he wins the FedEx Cup. So we're going to talk lots to talk about, but before we get into all that, we want to thank our sponsors, Player Golf, PLYRGolf.com. Use the promo code DriveTheGreen for 20% off your order. Players obviously on full display this weekend at the Labor Day Classic. They've been with us since the beginning, and to celebrate the 6th annual, is this trophy in the way?
I can't see your face at all.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'm sitting beside the Labor Day trophy.
Probably for the best.
Doesn't help in the podcast world, but if you partake in watching this on YouTube or even in the reels that we'll post later, the trophy's right beside me. But yeah, players on full display, and for the first time in 6 years, Chase is coming down for the event. So that'll be nice. Nice to hopefully show them what we got. And, and then tangent that into we're members of the Callaway team. Duff's coming down this week, too. So Duff will be on. Duff and Chase are playing together, so that'll be an interesting team. Maybe try
contenders.
to take. They are contenders, and we have back-to-back champions. The one guy's won 3 years in a row. The other guy's won 3 times, once with Knoop.
Yep.
So 3-time champions. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe Duff and Chase and a couple. There's a pile of other teams that are in the running this year. I think it's going to be our best first flight ever, and then obviously we have second, third, and fourth flights. So
Better just as competitive.
Just as competitive.
Yep. The People's Tournament.
It's the People's Tournament, and we're also members of the Churchill family. And Keegan from Churchill is also coming down for the event.
Fantastic.
So 6th annual, we got all the decision makers in the room, so to speak. So it's going to be a great time. And then we have the skins game. We don't play in our own tournament. We feel that it's best to just provide value to the golfers. So we all have our roles. Harv sells tickets, and he loves doing it, so that's great. He does
He's
a
the
great
best
job.
One more year. One more
I'm glad
year.
you said it because I was going to say the same thing for mine. So
Canoops.
The problem with yours is you're pigeonholed into that role. Any schlub
what
could
if
sell
I
a
start
50-50.
sucking though?
I can't sell. I can
What
do
if?
Knoop's job. I can't do your job, Harv. So,
Yep.
I've done Knoop's job before.
Yeah.
You
we didn't
hit
sell
it?
that many tickets.
Yeah, people
That's
prefer.
the thing. Maybe you just need Knoop to tank it one year. Like, everyone's still going to pay for it, but he just tanks it. And then
Yeah.
they remember for next year, well, it might backfire on us, but
we got Harv
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah. Well, it is funny because
anyone can chip out of those trees on the left.
yeah, we it seemed to have gone up in value once Knoop got there.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Well, it was changed a little bit. The format was
yeah,
That's
so,
true, yeah.
right. So
Yeah.
But either way, it a great event. We all have our own tasks that we do. So I think when you get into running an event for the 6th time, it's kind of you got to find ways to keep it fresh for all of the players, which I think we've put in some different aspects this year that will do just that.
Yep.
So very excited for that. I guess
Lucky Bastard's going to be there too.
yeah, Lucky Bastard will be there. We got plenty of sponsors on board. Northern Meadows is pitched in for a huge grand prize. Saskatchewan Roughriders. Sometimes we dog the CFL a little bit, but that's
Not Canoe.
different. You can dog the game, but you can't dog the rider experience.
them Durs, baby.
Big
Yeah.
Ryder fan over here.
Knoop's a rider fan. There's plenty that play in our event that come down. They play skins on Friday. They play the tournament on Saturday, and then they go to the rider game on Sunday. Like, that's a weekend.
It's a great weekend.
Yeah.
Are you
So-
going Sunday?
Spend some time with the fam.
I know.
Watching
let's
the
just
game.
Watch the game.
no
at home.
spoilers. No spoilers, but hint: someone from the Labor Day Classic is going to the Labor Day Classic.
Yes.
So
That will be
take that for how you will. But let's get into our weeks. It's been a while since we've all been together.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna
I've been
finish
here every week.
Yeah,
but
so have I. But we'll let
Sorry, we
Canute.
got things going on.
yeah.
I want to apologize for living my life.
Yeah, I haven't yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I'm still here. But yeah, we'll finish with Canute because I think he's got a big one.
I'm breezing by mine real quick.
Yeah, it might be a short pod this week.
Say
I
that
think
every
I
week.
think I have to say it every week now. I'll go first because I actually did not have anything going on in my life. Like I say, we're in that weird between ball and hockey time, so I played men's night on Wednesday, and other than that, I didn't do anything. Trying to sell our old house, so did a few like little odd jobs. I figured after leaving that house for 6 weeks, it's probably time to doll it up and try to sell it.
Did you cut the grass and stuff at least?
Yep.
And
Yep.
that- okay.
So it's in good shape. So we kind of had it like privately listed, and then now within the real estate office that we're using, decided to go down the realtor route just to get rid of this thing. And so have quite a bit of interest on that front. Might even have a couple offers coming in right away. But it's actually now going out to the public, I think, tomorrow.
Mm.
So hopefully
Nice.
this will be done with. I'll move on with my life.
New house? Are you unpacked, done everything
Nope.
you need to?
No, the garage is a glorified storage unit
Mm.
right now.
Nice.
But the goal is just to be able to park in there when it gets cold enough to need to park in there.
'Kay.
So, but a nice place.
you
There's so many trees, I can't wait for all the leaves to start falling off.
you did a good job hosting the fantasy football draft.
Yes,
didn't
we
you?
had a fantasy football draft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was.
think I came out on top.
So
Maybe not, but
our league is the drafts. A lot of fantasy football drafts, like that's the best part about a league. Our baseball league,
getting
best part.
together.
Getting together.
Yeah.
So our league used to rent out halls. We used to do all this fun stuff. The last couple of years, it's
Power bomb
completely
guys
fallen
for
off.
tables.
Break tables at a hall that then we had to
Replace all
yeah,
those
we had to
tables.
replace all the tables because we
boy.
felt bad. But it was fun. Like it was fun at the time.
Yep.
Yeah, and a bunch of other things
Jumping
that
off the
happened that we'll
top
leave
ropes.
off. We'll leave off the pod some of the other antics that happened over the years. But now it's been reduced to like half the people show up, half are online, and half are
As
live.
soon as I joined the league, went to shit.
Coincidence?
Yeah,
Probably
that is true. Well, I mean, one of the staples, and he doesn't listen to the show, so he'll never know. But one of the staples of our league did move to Ontario, and he was the guy that was all about putting on a good draft.
Wow.
So as soon as he left, it's just like, okay, well, no one's really scheduling this, and the guy
Flip side,
His-
he's the worst guy at the draft.
Yeah.
he put it on just so that he could be the worst guy around other people. Yeah. But yeah, so we had that. I guess that's nothing worse than waiting and thinking you have like a sleeper kind of pick, and
Oh,
then the
yeah.
guy right before you
You're
take
still
him.
mad about that.
I'm
eh?
still mad.
That happened to me 5 times.
Jaquan Brisker,
defensive
DB.
player.
DB. He's a big a cog in this wheel for sure. Yeah. Other than that, like I said, nothing. So I played one round, just men's night with Bronell. I had a couple birdies in that round, so I'm at 35 birdies in 25 rounds. I will say, last time I went and played with my family, I think I figured out that, you know how I'm terrible from inside 100?
Yes.
You know what I found? If I half swing, I produce way better contact and way better shots.
If I went back and listened to all of the pods last year, I know you said that last year as well.
Yeah,
I know
like-
you did.
So
I'm gonna start
last
swinging half.
yeah,
and
so
then you're just curing it.
last night I went with my family. We dicked around for like 6-7 holes. So I was doing that for I had 100 in, like 80 in, that type of stuff. So I was doing these half swings and they were working out wonderfully. So I just had this brief moment of maybe I'm just gonna go full John Rahm and just like with driver, with long irons, with what. So let's just say the driver didn't work out too well,
Figured.
but
Yeah. There's
the
only
long irons weren't that bad.
Very few guys can slap shot driver.
Yeah, so on 1, 2, 3 I was working on it, and then 4T is where I started. So the first drive on 4T went way on to 3, obviously, but the second one was right at the bottom of the hill. And then so my tee shot on 5 and 6, I did the same thing, same results.
So what do you
Iron.
mean from inside 100 to half swing? Because aren't they always half swings from inside 100? Like
Not for
you're
me.
swinging full swings from inside 100.
No, so
You
I
have
was playing the shots that I would normally full swing, yes, half swing, and they were going the same distance, like just
With
with more
more club?
consistent, with more consistency. No, same club.
What?
Haven't you?
I
Haven't you
think
had?
that defies physics.
No. No. So the issue that I have with these full swings my 58 degree wedge,
Yep.
let's say,
Yep.
I'm gonna full swing that shit from 70 yards in.
Okay.
I was half swinging it from 70 yards. It's going the same distance because
So
there's
you were
no
hitting it way
added
lower
benefit.
or what?
No, there's no added benefit to the full swing.
Hitting the middle of the club.
Yeah, just less
Versus not.
Yes.
Mm.
So then I had
Guess so.
that was on 1. So then on 3 I tested the theory. I was 105 out, which is
Okay.
full 54. Full swing 54. I 3/4 to half swinged it.
Okay, well,
went
just-
same thing.
Just time. Was that 80 or the 70 yard thing just like a round, just a number you threw out, or is that like legit 70 yards you're swinging full?
With my
Normally.
58, yeah.
So your 58 goes 70, but your 56,
54.
54 goes 100 and what?
105.
Okay.
Those are my stock yardages.
Okay.
Can you see why
There
I
might
have
be a bigger problem in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, dead serious.
Okay.
How open is that 58?
So
when you're
that's
hitting
why
it?
I suck. So can you see why I suck from 85, 90 yards?
Yep.
So I
That
have
makes
to
complete
I have to
sense.
3/4 swing a 54.
Yep.
So what I'm saying is, when I have 3/4 swings, there's less room for error because the club's not going as high, and the downswing produces just as much speed. You're saying this doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. Well, how does John Rahm go 3/4 and still hit it just as far as he does? It's the same premise.
Yeah, but he's not going 3/4. That's a full swing for him.
Yeah.
So why can't it be a full swing for me?
Well, it can be.
Okay,
But that's
so
his full
what's
swing.
what's the issue?
Well, I don't know. I guess.
So
you're
if it's
right,
from if I
kinda.
go
Yeah,
go above
kinda.
my head or I
Yeah.
don't go above my head, if I'm producing the same speed on the downswing, it's a full swing.
I get what you're saying, but I don't.
But the thing
necessarily
is-
agree.
So can you see how I don't get what you're
Yeah, yeah.
saying?
No, but a full swing, regular swing for you is going all the way back. But if you're saying you're only going half, but you still want to call it a full swing, is that essentially what you're saying?
I'm saying that yesterday I was producing the same amount of
Yes.
distance from not going a full
But
swing.
I
I
think-
bet
yeah.
if you were to film those shots, it wouldn't look like you were going halfway back.
No.
I think you're just slowing your tempo. Like when everyone's like, oh, I'm just going to 3/4 this and they still go, it's still like almost all the way. It's just like tempo.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
But I see what you're saying. You hit the middle of the face, it goes farther.
Yeah. Well,
Club
and when
face is closed,
maybe
and
maybe maybe a little more closed club face
yeah,
because I'm
so
going
it's
3/4.
de-lofting it a
Yeah,
little bit, and yep.
sure. But it
Yeah.
was working. So
Hey,
then I tried it with
whatever-
other clubs.
The biggest thing is whatever works.
So then I tried it with other clubs.
You
and,
could
meh.
throw it if you wanted to.
Uh,
If it worked, you could throw it. It
He wanna-
wouldn't.
He wants
but
to
you
break
could.
100 though.
Yeah,
so
well, I still
you
my
better
arm's
not-
feeling
better
better.
not throw
That
it.
was at the start of the season. My arm felt way better at the end of the season. I bet you I could go throw a few now. But yeah, I had 21 drinks this week.
Oh, wow.
617 on the year.
Wow. Just
Six
Piles
Casual
on.
617.
gotta be more than
617.
that, doesn't it?
Nope. Why?
Oh.
Do you have more than 21?
Oh, no, I didn't have more than 21. No, you just.
You go
almost-
next. 617.
Yeah. Speaking of tempo, I'm actually figuring out my tempo right now, I think, finally. Irons.
Just in time.
My irons have been way, way better lately. Like, I'm just not swinging as. I'm not trying to attack the ball downward.
Or would you
As
say
much.
you're swinging 3/4 and producing
Not
just as good of
3/4. No.
shots?
Same way back, just a smoother.
just a flatter angle of attack rather than so steep.
I think so, yeah.
yeah, less spin for sure.
Yeah. Had a really good round going on men's night. Got jinxed by Canoop again.
You didn't know it was there,
I'm-
though.
I feel for all the people that have gotten jinxed this year. Matty Surzik, all the Canadians on tour, Roger Sloan,
No,
so,
no,
on,
no.
so on and so on.
I was
Add your
Um,
name to the list, yeah.
I was 1 under through 14. He types in the group, "Let's go bronze" in caps lock. And my next shot went out of bounds on hole 9 at the Hillcrest.
To be fair, I believe the message was after you hit it out of
Nope,
bounds.
it was before because I saw it
You
on my
did not
phone
see
while we
it.
were waiting on 9 tee box. I saw
you
it
did?
on the
'Cause
lock
I
screen.
didn't see it till after you lost.
I saw it on the lock screen. I said,
Oh, you saw the actual message or you just saw the notification?
saw the message.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Didn't open Telegram or anything.
No, but
Just saw it.
saw it.
Was like, oh, okay, it's time to hit now. Walked up, pumped it out of bounds. 6 double.
Yeah.
And he still thinks jinxes aren't a thing.
Well, because I actually didn't think it was a jinx because I didn't see it until after he hit it out of bounds. Because I was on the
3
tee.
feet out, by the way. Yeah, just a joke.
Well, you did find it too.
Wait, it was right there. Yeah,
Should have played it.
he should have.
But I did get some payback on Friday.
Yeah, let's talk about this.
The match.
I want to
me
hear what
and,
Knoop
friend
has
of the
to say about
being friend of the pod,
not
Mick,
losing.
beat them in a match. We may have got too many strokes, but that doesn't matter.
You definitely got too many strokes.
We won the match. I was 2 up on
hold
Canoop through 14.
Just before we get into this part, Harv and I discussed 8-2, I believe the record is for us.
Oh
now
my
in those
God.
matches.
Yeah.
So
That's a joke.
we weren't even upset when we lost.
It
'cause
might
we're like,
be 5-5 or 4-4.
5-5.
Yeah.
It's
Um,
8-2, 7-3, somewhere in there.
That's
And next
that's
time we'll see
insane.
what happens when you get no strokes.
Oh no, it's still strokes.
One maybe tops.
No.
Okay, go on to the head-to-head match then.
Well, I mean, I was 2 up through 14, and everybody saw the story on Instagram. I was 2 up through 14. He hits his drive on 15, says he's got to go. Got to pick up his dog.
Was it a good drive?
He loves his dog that much that he's willing to forfeit the match against me.
I was
Boy, he was
about,
right
I
in
was
the middle of
about
the
to
fairway.
make birdie on 15
About
too.
to make birdie. Now you're making insinuations like, what do we like?
I was about to make birdie.
About to make birdie. Yeah. So you would have had to go 3 under in the last 4 to beat me.
Well, you can't really
coulda
say
done.
that because
Well, you can't
I
really
ma-
say
if-
that you would have done it.
Yes.
I know. I'm not saying that I would have, but I'm just saying you can't say that you would have done the exact same thing.
What?
In
I
your
would have been
round, had
so
we been
nervous.
He does have the benefit of knowing what he did.
Yeah,
I
I
know.
did finish
Yours
the
is
round.
more
You
like a
didn't.
guess.
I know, but I just don't trust you.
Just
to be honest,
just
your mind would just explode by the time we got to the 17th tee.
Oh
box.
my
He
God.
does make a good
I
point.
did
You would've
bogey
been-
17, but then I birdied 18.
You would have
Okay.
actually been like, I can't believe I'm going to beat him here. I'm going to beat his candy ass.
Yeah.
Okay, like the fact that you wanted
Hey,
take
sure,
defeat.
hey, it's a great win.
Okay,
It's a great win.
thank you. Because I was about to say, if you won't accept defeat there, I'm never playing golf with you ever again. Not just this year, ever again. So,
So you beat
But
him.
do I
so we got a
actually
chance.
think
We
that?
might
No.
play another round together sometime. That might be it. Oh, and then the worst part of my week, on the weekend, we got all these wasps kicking around the house.
Oh,
How
so
are your
many of
guys' houses? Just
Terrible.
infested?
So bad that my neighbor had to get an exterminator in to get them out. He had a
Seriously?
big underground hive.
Really?
It was bad.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have this screened in area, or this screen on the back of our door. It's like a regular door, and then there's a screen that you can push through and get
Yep.
through. It's not a door with a handle, but you just push through the middle. And it's got magnets on it, and my wife always leaves it open. She'll go in, she'll exit the house and come back in, and it'll be attached to the door,
Magnets
magnet to
haven't
the
clipped
door.
back
Yes.
together, yeah.
Yes. So I'm like, you have to stop doing that because wasps are getting in the house and the kids are freaking out, and I don't care. I don't care about them at all until Saturday. She leaves it open. 10 seconds later, I step on a wasp, stings me on the bottom of my toe,
Yeah.
middle toe.
Oof.
This thing killed, and my leg was sore for 3 days. It's still sore. It doesn't make sense.
I actually haven't been stung by a wasp in years, and I got stung on the finger a week and a half ago. I couldn't believe how much it hurt. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I've been giving my kids grief all the time whenever
Yeah.
they get stung. I'm like, it's not that bad.
I know. I'm the exact same.
You guys, it literally cost me another E8 championship 3 years ago
Well, that was
from
that
getting
was the
stung on
day,
the thumb.
That was the day before, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it hurt.
Well,
I
no,
couldn't
it
even put a
hurt.
glove on the next day.
My story was
Yeah.
that it hurt then. It hurt for maybe 5 minutes after that.
Oh,
It hurts for 3 days, like you said.
Yeah. well,
anyways,
I mean,
wasps are the real pandemic right now. So
yeah, I killed a bunch of them before I came here.
Till COVID comes back.
Yeah. We got
hey, I
a
don't say that.
we have a little
Thanks.
hole in our front step at the new place that they're in, and I'm just pumping that thing full of wasp killer daily, and then just 3 or 4 come out just completely impaired, and I just stomp on them. But then they're
There's a
there
sick
the next day.
satisfaction in that. though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're just waiting
fun
for
killing
someone
them.
for them to send out that signal that they're supposed to send out when they die or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you just wait for the reinforcements to come, and then you just kill them too.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Churchill boost count. I housed 16 this week, so 525 and 239. So I'm almost 100 back of you now. It's over.
Say that one more time.
525.
525 and 239.
Uh-oh.
Love it.
I'll go. I'll go next. So back to that Friday match, and what really I overlooked this to begin the match, where we gave you all those strokes, but I had both my kids with me, and that just playing with two.
That's a great point.
Like
Yep.
it's just tough. They're sitting
It's
on the
tough.
top of the cart.
Yeah.
They're dancing around. They're hitting balls.
The whole 18 holes?
Yeah.
Oof.
I'll tell you this. Playing with one kid, I think I've played better with one kid because it's like they kind of take your mind off the game enough where you're not thinking about every shot and you just kind of play. And you're not yelling at them all the time because they're not fighting or like yours were kind of. But playing with two is absolutely a disadvantage. Like,
Yeah, and we gave you too many strokes.
Yeah.
Like so that happened. So we'll have to reassess strokes next time we play it.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing I did this week, one of the most satisfying things is chopping down a tree.
Yeah.
Like so, we have this one in our front yard. It's like I don't know, whoever planted it didn't like dig it down enough. So like when the wind blows, you can like see it tipping and like the earth moving with it. Like it's just gonna blow over one day. So I'm like, and then it got like this big spider nest in there. I'm like, I'm just cutting this thing down, and just like going out with the chainsaw and just buzzing it down. Like it would have been more satisfying if I used an axe. I
Yes,
think,
for sure.
but just chopping it down and just seeing it come down, like it was satisfying to do.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say I had a similar experience, but only because at my old house, after moving out, the wind blew a branch off and broke my fence. But it was still kind of attached, so I got to chainsaw it down off the tree and then chainsaw it apart, which was fun. But yeah, just like cutting up stuff.
Oh yeah, like it makes you think of those guys who have that job. Like when I was down in Dallas a few years back for WrestleMania, the hotel we were staying at, they were cutting down a bunch of trees, and these guys just have a rope and like a chainsaw and a belt, and they just like up and they just and they just buzz it all the way down, and then they just chop her down, coming back down. Like that'd be a fun job for a day.
For one day, yeah.
I wouldn't want to do that for a career, but for a day, that would be a pretty good job.
Yeah, just that rope and those spiky boots.
Yeah, you just scale it and just buzz them off. Hope, pray they don't hit anyone.
Yep.
And other than that, I had 0 drinks again, so I'm at like 5-6 weeks now without booze.
how long has it been actually?
You
should have a tally going now.
It's been since July 21st.
Oh, it's not that bad.
5 weeks.
Oh.
5 weeks.
Month and a bit. Yeah.
And,
That's good.
That's
Good for you.
380 on the year.
And
You going to have a drink at Labor Day?
We'll see.
You going to have a drink in Warman?
Yeah, a couple.
We'll
drinks.
see.
Yeah, I'm controlling his drinks there. Remember?
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
feeding him.
You need one.
We'll see. Maybe I play good without it. Maybe
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
We flip
Maybe-
that switch if we need to.
That's
maybe
right.
kind of good, maybe kind of shit.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I mean,
So
I'll be
380
drinking
on the
whole
year.
time
That's it.
regardless, But
Played twice, had 5 birdies, so that's about it.
Nice. Let's hear it.
you birdied 5 this morning.
Birdied 3 on Friday, and
No, you birdied 5 this
Oh, I
morning.
birdied hole 5,
5.
yeah.
Your nemesis. Yeah.
hit it to the back of the green. Pin was right at the front and made like a 45-footer for birdie.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Pin in or no?
No, pin out.
Oh, nice.
For me, obviously last week, not here. I was up at the lake. Then ended up cruising back to Emerald Park for a wedding there at Aspen Links.
Did you play?
We were supposed to, but that was the 80K wind day.
Oh,
We were
that
going
would've
to
been
play
tough.
9 in the morning, and we just said, no. A couple of the guys, not the best golfers in the world, so I think some houses would have been in danger.
Yes.
But man, that place is awesome. I know we've been there as a group,
Yes.
just kind of going playing indoor golf, but be able to see it in the daylight and kind of, I don't know, as it's busy. They had a tournament as well on the Friday when we were doing kind of rehearsal stuff. So
They got all
it
like
was
that
busy.
video game stuff there too,
Yeah,
right? All
it's
the
awesome.
yeah.
So played a bunch of
Arcade
pool
games.
and
Yeah.
so did that on the weekend, and then ripped back to the lake, hung out there. Tucker was playing in the Tamarack. Again, just the best tournament because everybody's there. Everybody's playing, the women, the kids. They have a ladies scramble as well as the men's and the seniors. So it's just, I don't know. I like it because, again, you get that day off. You get to go out to the golf course, drive around with people, walk. In this case, I know I wasn't playing this year, but the juniors are on opposite days of the men's. So it works out perfect if I would have been playing to be
Why
able
didn't
to
you
kind of
play?
go
I
out.
forgot.
Wedding.
Oh,
So I missed the qualifying. But my brother-in-law was playing, so it was good. Go out with him. Next day, go out with Tucker. Then vice versa. Keep kind of flip-flopping. So, and then come back to play on the weekend in the mixed provincials here in town.
What happened?
We ended up winning in a playoff.
Yeah, you're not
which
even
is
wearing your medal
fantastic.
and didn't bring the trophy.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't bring the trophy home with me.
Did
But-
you wear the medal to sleep?
No. The only reason I had it yesterday on my
Metal
neck.
the sash on the metal's probably worn out already.
Well, the funny part is they got a medal, but the medal has the blue, red, and white like string around it, doesn't it?
No, it's
Green?
and white.
Green.
Oh,
Yeah.
green and white? Okay.
My kid was wearing it, and just jokingly, I said, "You can't wear that. I'm gonna take it back and put it on my neck." While I was making supper, and then Kirsten came and took the picture, and obviously, everybody saw
Yeah,
it
you
yesterday.
could tell us whatever story
Whatever
you
you
want.
want,
No
yeah.
one believes it for
Yeah.
a second.
Well, congratulations. So I had a
Thank you.
chance. I heard that you were in playoffs, so then I came to watch. And I mean, you guys probably earned it prior to the playoff hole. But I would say it was a bit of a break for that the competitors to three-putt that 18th hole. But
It's too bad it was 18 at the Hillcrest. That was the playoff hole, but
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I mean, you
it's tough
can't-
to have a par
yeah.
three.
I'm
but-
sure they have rules and regulations, and it's just
it's
says
always 18. Yeah.
right? So
But the you guys really battled back because, I mean, you had the lead after the first round and then
Yep.
needed them to bogey coming, obviously tougher second round. But it's like, you never know. This is a tough format. This team had previously bogeyed 16 the day before. So it's like, well, maybe they'll bogey again. And you said they looked like they were in trouble. Sure enough, they bogey. And as soon as that happened, I'm like, I guess I should come and watch the final.
Where was
So,
the pin
Well,
on 16?
it got really windy Sunday,
yeah, at the end.
and coming home, so we had obviously 15, 16, 17, kind of 18, but 15 was dead into the wind.
And
We ended up
16.
making bogey. They ended up parring. So as soon as they made par on 15, as we're in the middle of 16, we're like, that's probably it. Like they're not birdie or bogeying 16, and 17 ended up being somewhat downwind, I guess, kind of
Yeah.
quartering. And then found out they didn't put it in right away. So once they started 18, we found out that they made bogey on 16. But we did kind of see where they were as we were on 17T, so we knew they were sort of in trouble. And then as we finished, we saw them on 17T. The dad of the two ended up making like a 5-6 footer for par.
So it was father-daughter, right?
It was,
and she
yeah.
plays in the States somewhere?
She just finished, her eligibility. Yeah, she hits it a ton. So
Yeah.
Knoop's glossing over the other time he drove back earlier this week to play with a friend of his from home and just completely screwed this guy in the match. Like, gave him no strokes. This guy's barely played any golf. They played this match where anytime
You were in this?
Yeah, I played as well. Anytime the
There's
match got up by 2 was an auto press, and it starts a new match. So they had like 7 matches going that
You
were
won 'em all?
$50 a piece
Knoop won them all.
I only won $50.
because
my
the guy
God.
had to like beg and plead for more strokes on the back 9 because Knoop was just walloping this guy.
Yeah, it's
The first
so
the first 3 holes you had birdie putts from like a total distance of what, like if you put them all together it wasn't 10 feet.
I played really, really, really well that day. And
you shot 67 or something.
I
Didn't you?
shot 66.
66. Yeah.
So it would have happened regardless.
He just
The funniest-
he just put this foot on this guy's poor throat and
Yeah.
just stomped down
But
on
then
it.
I had to give him a stroke on every single hole in the back 9, and he came back.
and then you lost to me. And
well,
it's
the
like,
Well, I didn't.
that
lose
know what?
to
I'm,
you,
I'm
but
thinking
sure.
that was the motivation you
Wake up
needed to
call.
win
Wake
Premier's
up.
Provincial.
That was
I
wake up call.
lost to you.
The
yes.
funniest part
Yeah.
is when we talk about this whole strokes thing and to that point, and why Bronell doesn't want to play with Knoop and Knoop doesn't want to play with Bronell, is because they always get in situations where Knoop says, I'll only play you with the appropriate amount of strokes.
No,
And
I
then-
say that.
No, just wait. And then Bronell says, yeah, the appropriate amount is 4. And then Canoop's like, okay, we'll play with 2. And it's like, no, he said 4. And so Canoop
Yeah.
always will just basically get to the point where call your bluff on whether you're going to play or not, because the only way he's playing is if you give him his strokes.
But you know what? There also is a system to be able to actually do this.
And you don't even go
A
by
handicap.
it. And you
You
don't
know
even
what
go
a
by it.
handicap is?
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you have
Oh,
no idea.
Is now a good time to bring up where Canoop actually used the words, yeah, but that's a home cap, like
Yeah.
a week ago?
Yeah, he did use
I was
that.
just playing into your
Yeah.
fantasy. That's all I was
Yeah.
doing.
That's a home cap. Yeah, no, we get
Oh,
it.
man.
But if you use the same system, it would be way worse.
No, because then we'd have a legit number we could go off every single time we played. If you
It
had
is.
a real one.
You're a +2. I'm a 5. It's whatever. It's 7 strokes. Like
Fuck, you've shaved 5 strokes this year. Because earlier this year you were at 10 at minimum.
I was, and now I'm a 5.
Fuck, that's really good.
Yeah. Well, I was shooting 80 all the time, and now I've had a couple good rounds. I'm back. So
Just in time.
we'll see.
Uh,
I won't be
just in
back
time.
tomorrow, but
So just one last thing, but congratulations on
Thank
your
you.
provincial championship.
Yeah,
And
congrats.
congratulations to your partner, Lori Boyle, who I think that's like her 13th provincial title.
is it
Did she
actually?
tell ya?
It was her. I know that it was her 4th mixed title.
I think she's won 4 mixed, and I thought she was 7-time.
Yeah, it might be. And I think her last one was 09 in the mixed one. So
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know if she won a ladies' am, but I know she's won a pile of senior ladies' ams.
yes,
But
I
yeah,
think she
is.
has won the AM.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
pretty sure.
And then I
maybe
guess
it
the
was
only
4-4-3 or something.
Let's hear
I'll
it.
look it up after. The only other thing that I'm going to add back to work
Oh,
yesterday.
wow.
Did you?
Now the easy part starts, eh?
I was just gonna say air quotations on that.
Well,
You can't see that on the podcast.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Not
Work.
yet. Maybe in a couple weeks, but the first few weeks are always busy. So
yeah.
and
Mop
tomorrow is
those
my
floors, wipe
first
those
legitimate.
balls.
Balls are super dusty. They've had 6 weeks of him not even checking
No,
emails.
my student assistants will do that. I don't have to do that. Yeah, that's kind of it for this week. 2 solo rounds. Well, not even 1.75
Yeah.
solo rounds.
But you were gonna birdie 15, so are you adding that one? To your birdie count?
I did count it.
130.
Didn't even hit an approach shot.
I had 70. left.
Whatever.
He didn't even hit an approach shot. He just picked up. Imagine, I would
I
love to
wanted
be
to
able to just
finish.
pick up. I'm just going to start driving the ball. If I hit the fairway, birdie, pick up, go to the
The
next
thing
tee.
is he had time. He had time
No,
to
I
finish
didn't.
the hole.
I got there at 4:55. The place closed at 5.
He had time to finish the hole then.
Sure.
yeah, at
yeah,
least
cool.
time to hit the approach shot, so then you could have confirmed birdie. or
God, he
not.
loves that dog.
I don't.
I
asked
thought you were
5
getting rid of that thing.
I asked 5 people in the last 3 days if they wanted a dog.
Did they all say
Nothing
no?
Nothing yet.
Let's hear
Yeah,
the boost
whatever.
count.
2, I guess technically 4 rounds I played in the last 2 weeks. 2 solos. I think 7 birdies, so that gets me to 165 on the year. 62 drinks.
Oh my God.
516 on
Shit. Well, 9 back.
the year. Not too bad.
9 back.
Start to slow down. Only weekends. That's it.
The 2-3 is the only battle now because 1 is locked and 4 is locked.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably.
Unless Harv goes on a
True.
tear.
Could
Can happen.
Hockey season is coming.
If you recall, I
And
didn't-
I go Warman, and then I go to Calgary for a week.
Oh yeah.
A week.
well, and if
Well,
don't
4 days.
let's not gloss over the fact that I didn't have a drink all of last November.
Yeah,
Remember
we're
that?
glossing,
It'll
we're
take-
glossing
but you're
over
living
it.
It's
your
gonna take
life.
more than
you're living
1
your
month.
life this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, living my life, proving a point yet again. I can go a full month without one.
Let's move on to Vic, I guess.
Yeah, now's probably the time.
Since that was forever.
We saved this show for the Ryder Cup. Should we start there? The whole reason why we're doing this is the next day.
Yeah, and I didn't even realize Europe wasn't even announcing their team yet.
I think we start Vic because it's a pretty cool.
All right,
story.
we'll start with Vic.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said in the intro, this is the definition of getting hot at the right time. The guy literally looks unbeatable right now.
Yep.
I mean, we said it after he won last week. It's like this guy's
it's
The best
still
player
a
in the world
flawed
right now.
system.
Well,
Oh, it's a super
Yeah,
flawed
big time.
system, but
We
he
can
was
get that
even if
later,
it
but-
wasn't that system, he blew the doors off everyone. He was 18 under.
He tied 19. He tied Xander
19.
actually this week.
Yeah.
But-
well, Xander's East Lake, so that's like
Yeah.
a flawed system
That's
right
his
there.
place. Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's
they're-
never
yeah.
won it, has he?
Not the
No, he's never won.
not the
Never
two
won the FedEx, but he's just dominates at that
just
course.
rakes in cash there.
Yeah.
But they're doing a reno, so who knows if it'll be his course after
Yeah.
they're done. So
Victor Hovland's the most likable golfer on the earth.
I
Yes.
think you're
Might
right.
be
We
of
say
all
it-
time.
we
It
say it
might
ever.
be of all
It
time.
might be of all time.
It might be of all time.
There's not one person that doesn't like him. We've said this on the pod before.
Like he's
I can't
just,
find anything wrong with him.
he's just the
He
people's
yeah.
champ.
Yeah.
Like,
He's
I
just
mean,
cool.
did he go down a little in my books for eating that guacamole? Yeah, he did. But he's still very likable.
Well, his favorite food's Indian food too.
I also have
Good
to
dude.
question. He did opt to pass on the bottle of Coke they gave him for winning because Coke's obviously the major sponsor of that,
Yeah.
and he just
He said he
Should-
said he'd drink Coke Zero.
but he didn't drink it when they gave it to him.
Oh yeah.
So let's put this together.
Don't
He
no,
likes guac. He likes Indian food. And he likes Coca-Cola.
80% of people like both. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got no taste buds. Food is just food to him.
It's
Just a way to stay
It
alive.
might as well be a pill.
It's just a way to stay alive.
It might as well be a pill that he just takes. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Just get me through today and on to tomorrow. Just what do I need to stay alive? Just sustenance. And okay, well, I'll try that. Oh, this doesn't taste like anything. I guess
But
I'll
it
move
does
on to
the
the
trick,
next
yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
very good point
He
actually.
probably has buttered toast
anyways,
for breakfast.
that's ridiculous. But like
Every-
you can really tell that his short game has improved.
Oh yeah.
And I shouldn't say it, but he didn't seem like he needed it too much this week. I didn't get to watch a bunch Saturday, but I got to watch a little bit on Sunday. Every time I turned on the TV or saw a shot, it was Hovland, 10 feet, 12 feet,
Yeah.
15 feet. Like every time I looked, he was not putting from outside 15 to 20 feet.
And to have
it was
a-
insane.
To have a 6-shot lead going into Sunday and not make a bogey when you pretty much know you got it wrapped up, you can maybe be a little bit lazy.
It makes me think that the PGA Tour wanted him to win, told him not to take his foot off the gas.
Yeah. It
For
did
sure.
get down to 3, but
It should have
But
been two.
That's just because
Could have
Xander
been
was
two.
Xander
Xander
did play
missed that last
well,
one on
and
18.
no one
Saturday.
else was catching him, so they just let him do it.
But
Yeah.
I think the culmination on Sunday was great because both of them played so well. 63 from Vic and 62 from Xander. Like that's some pretty damn good golf on a Sunday.
They did get the highlight of it's the year-end tournament, and viewers got to see very good golf. The
Yes.
ones that stuck around and didn't think that he just had it won and
Yeah.
tuned out, which we kind of talked about last week too. It's like, okay, now this week, if you kind of turned off the last two playoff events, this is the one you want to watch. And then he goes and does what he does, and it's like that. A bunch of people probably didn't watch because he's just that good. The only people that we're watching are the people that really love him.
yeah.
So
And they got super lucky, in my opinion, that Xander played so well. Otherwise, it would have been an absolute blowout,
yes,
and it would have made this format look even more silly.
It's
The thing is
so bad.
Everyone knows it's bad.
There's
Like
got-
everyone
there's gotta
knows
be a
it's
better
bad,
way.
but nobody has the solution.
I don't know what it is.
There's
Like,
got to be.
half the people say match play. Everyone else, the other half that's don't like match play, say it's the stupidest thing ever.
I already
don't
have
think
the
match
solution. It's fine.
I don't
You
think
have it,
match
right.
plays.
I have it.
Oh
He's
yeah,
he's
let's
got
hear
it.
this.
Yeah,
oh
he's
yeah,
got
I
it.
forgot
It's
you
gonna be
brought
great.
up this
Okay.
idea.
This is gonna be great.
Here's my idea. First playoff event, top 70, right? Whoever's in first, say Scotty Scheffler, right? Because he was coming in this week. He starts the week minus 70. Second place, minus 69. All the way down to even.
Oh yeah.
Whoever is the top 50 after the first tournament, they're in. Okay? Next tournament, Scotty's still in first. He starts at minus 50. Okay?
Oh,
All
it's
the way
not.
down to
It's
even.
not
No.
total. The whole
It has to
No,
be total.
It has to be
No,
total.
not this way. No.
So he's gonna be 30 ahead for the
Yes.
tour champion. Oh, okay, yeah.
That's right.
No, that's even worse.
way worse.
Like
I think it's worse.
If it's like I can't get on board, but you could kind of teeter me to getting on board if
Okay,
it was total.
I'll
'Cause,
work
like,
it.
Yeah.
I'll work
if
it.
Scotty goes like 5 over and now he's 65, and someone goes
Yeah.
20 under, and now they're 10, right, or whatever, they're 50, and now they're like closing the gap.
They need to change.
It's
something,
match play for
regardless.
me. I still think it's match play.
I think it's
Top
back
4
to the
get buys or
points.
something like that.
They just got to figure out the points. You're giving too much for playoffs. The regular season is essentially meaningless.
Well, realistically, I
well,
do.
the regular season is meaningless because it's what gets you to the playoffs, but then they
Yeah.
need a reset. Like, it should be like every other sport. Once you make the playoffs are the playoffs.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
Like,
yeah,
get rid of everything else.
Okay.
yeah.
So,
Make it,
okay,
maybe
here's
the playoffs is 12 rounds, and you're just everyone starts and you
that's
just cut the
3
bottom
different
ones.
courses.
That guy who finished first, if he's the bottom 20,
Yeah, play well in the
gone.
playoffs.
Sorry, you're gone.
I love that idea.
I just
the
think-
top 120 make the playoffs.
I
Or
don't.
top 70 if we're going 70. Just
Yeah.
this is who's in.
A complete reset, just like team sports, where I mean, seeding does matter, but where it's playoffs and you play for that. But then I think you will reward the top 10 in the regular season. You know, say top 10 point getters in the regular season get such and such
Well,
money.
but that's what they're trying to do with Eastlake.
yeah,
going
I
into
know,
that
but
tournament.
they should
already
do it
done.
before
It should
before the
do it,
playoffs
yes.
start. Top
Yes.
10,
should be a separate thing. You're
Whatever.
right.
Yeah,
Playoffs
so
are
that's your
different.
seeding.
and then they're not all butthurt if they lose in the
so
first
the
round.
argument
or
could be
whatever,
made
right?
then that what they're doing right now, just extrapolate it to the top 10 are 5 under, and then the next 10 are 4 under, the next 10 3 under. So they get a small lead.
Yeah.
No lead.
No, if you finish first at the end of the regular season, you get a
10 million,
10 million.
whatever
bucks.
it is.
Oh, bucks.
Yes.
So bonus.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
you split the money
So the
in
money's
half.
still there, and then it just goes to playoffs, and the top 70 are whittling down to 1.
They do that already. I'm pretty sure the Comcast business top 10
Okay.
Yeah, that's for something else, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's not.
something.
It's not
that's
for
the
what we're
Aeon
talking about. Yeah.
Risk reward top
That's
10.
a different one.
Yeah.
For the
Okay, then make
For
that
this
worth
one,
more. And
Yeah.
the
I think that's
playoffs are
10
just a
million bucks to the
reset.
first place.
I do
like
agree.
that.
It's just like
Yeah.
just make the playoffs should just be the playoffs. Like the FedEx Cup winner should be the guy that played the best over the 3 weeks. Like he got through to the second round,
Yep.
he got through to the finals, and then he won the finals.
Yeah.
And you should almost
Exactly.
not that it matters this year, but like the other year where Cantlay won Player of the Year or whatever because he ended up winning
Yeah. He's like,
Eastlake with the lead
Yeah.
he had or whatever. Like that's not the same. Like John Rahm's clearly the Player of the Year this year.
Yeah.
Like without a shadow of a doubt.
I do think this system could work. I think quadruple points is too many.
Oh yeah, it's this system's not
I think if it
working.
was
System is
double
dumb, yeah.
points, I don't know. So you can't
Maybe.
really. I don't know. I guess you want lower guys to be able to jump up higher, but I don't know. Quadruple seems like a ton of points
If
because
it's-
you'll have somebody
yeah,
that
but if
hasn't
it's only
won.
double, then somebody in 60th coming in literally has no chance.
Yeah.
Like they can't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
so what's the
guess.
point
It
of
needs
even
to be
having them in
fixed
there?
a bit,
Well,
but
yeah.
Yeah.
back to Vic a little bit. Just a couple more things. He got that. I don't know why he got it, but he got that Bobby Jones replica putter as like a gift. Like that's new, isn't it?
I
I don't know, but it was.
I want that thing.
It was pretty cool. Like it's a cool little gift, and he was just draining putts with it. Like
Dead
drained
center, 3 in a row.
Can we just briefly touch on his outfits this week?
That's,
They weren't
that
bad.
Sunday shirt was something.
They weren't bad.
Yeah.
It's they're
It was-
what is
yeah.
the name of that company? JL. I can't think of the
Jay Lindbergh.
Jay
Yeah.
Lindbergh. Yeah. They like to go out on a limb with some of their designs, but at the same time, they ain't bad. Bruns, you grabbing another Churchill over there? Yeah, I would love one. So, I think one of the guys I said at our local course wears these shirts. I thought he only had one, but he wore another one on men's night, and I think it was the same one that Vic wore on Sunday this week.
Who's this?
Initials AB.
I could see him wearing that.
Yeah, and he's got like the best of the best ones
Yeah.
because I think they look really good on him. So it's like,
Well,
okay,
I feel like Vic's getting to the point now though that like he's gonna get to dictate what he wants to wear. Like he just won the FedEx Cup, you know, like Rory and Tiger, they put their stuff together, and it's like whereas some of the other guys, it's like here's what you're wearing.
now.
yeah. I
And maybe
talking
he is
about
that-
Viktor Hovland puts a smile on my face.
Yeah.
Well, and then he came out after and was just like, money goes a long way where I live. Like, $20 million probably has him set for life just on this
Yeah.
tournament in Stillwater, wherever that is.
You have to
Oklahoma?
be
Oklahoma, yeah.
a different type of person to be able to pull that stuff off. His clothing. And what's his Camilo Villegas also wears Jay Lindbergh stuff.
Here's
But it's
It's
more so
all-
that it's like
it's all-
that he's likable. I think that he
Yeah,
can pull it
that
off too.
helps.
That helps.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with the person's appearance. If you wear the stuff like you believe you should wear the stuff, I think it's just as important as what you look like.
Yeah.
Could you see John Daly, for example, where I guess he wears
Yeah.
that loud most
I
stuff.
could see
yeah.
anyone wearing that
Yeah, that's
stuff.
fair.
It's just a matter of if they feel dorky in it, they're
Yeah.
gonna look dorky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
You tell me Justin Thomas could wear that?
No.
Yes, I absolutely believe JT could wear it.
No chance.
Nope.
Jason Duffner, maybe not.
Anything else on Vic other than
No.
He's the best. There's
I think we're getting a
there's
Ryder
some
Cup
guys in every sport that everybody likes. Victor Hovland, Freddie Freeman, Kenny Pickett. Like there's just the same, there's just guys in every sport that everyone likes.
that.
Yeah, I was trying to get ahead of it. I knew Freddie Freeman was going to be one. I didn't know who the third one was, and it hilariously is Kenny Pickett.
He is very likable though.
A couple other ones on here before we go to the Ryder Cup. Obviously touched on Xander a little bit. I thought it was a weird quote where he came out and said it's the most fun he's had getting second place.
Because of
Yeah.
Viktor Hovland.
But I just feel like as a competitor in the event, like is that what you
Nah.
should be saying?
I don't know.
I think that
Especially
just
with his dad.
that just
like,
proves that
probably gonna get a little rap on the bum for
I think that proves how much he believes it's a joke of a format.
Like, how can you get mad going out there and shooting 62
Yeah, with Viktor
and losing
Hovland.
by whatever 4
Yeah.
or 5?
with Victor.
yeah, because he was so far back to begin with.
Well, if Rory shoots 62 in the major and doesn't win, he's getting not be
No,
mad.
we're back to this, eh? Is he going to be happy? Yeah.
Did he
What do
play?
you
You're
think?
setting him up,
What
aren't
round-
you?
what
Did he
round
set
is
him
it?
up?
4
Round 4.
Yeah.
And he shoots 62.
and loses.
Is he gonna be
The other
happy?
guy shoots 61.
He's setting
What
you
were
up,
they
by the way.
What were they doing coming in? Was he down?
I
He
don't know.
won't be
Canute's
happy.
just he's
Yeah.
just trying to get to the
He
point
will
where
not
did
be
he
happy.
win?
Yeah.
No.
Speaking of Rory, he's playing hurt this week.
He couldn't.
Allegedly, yes.
Well, that's what I
Yeah,
wrote down. Like,
Why?
because he
it's a
couldn't
back
win.
injury,
He
or
couldn't win.
is Rory going the Tiger route where if he's not in it, all of a sudden, I'm hurt. I'm hurt
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all kind of do that. Rom couldn't win. He said he hates the format, which
I actually liked Rom's
So
quote
did
about
Scotty.
yeah,
Rom coming out and he's like, he's sick of the media playing up the money side of this.
yeah.
He's like,
I
we
love
don't,
that.
we don't care about the money. We just want to win.
He did say after though that
He's very fortunate.
being in the top 10 or whatever.
Yeah, he's made a
makes
lot of
difference.
money,
Yeah.
but I think it
think
is a
he's
little
sorta right.
ridiculous that the broadcasts play up the money so much.
Yeah.
Big time this tournament for sure.
But yeah,
Like you watch a tennis tournament, not once do they talk about
They don't talk about
pri-
the money once.
the prizes.
I don't even know what a winning tenant, like someone
Lots.
who win. I know it's lots, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
3.5, I think. 3.5 mil.
Yeah.
It's similar to
Something like
golf,
that.
and they never talk about it
Like
ever.
the US Open's on right now, and they
Yeah.
won't. You watch. I
No.
bet you if you watch every second of it, they wouldn't show it.
No.
They might show a graphic at some point this week of the ATP Tour or WTA Tour earnings to date.
Yeah.
They might show it once. And they might have
Yeah.
a footnote at the bottom.
And
Winner
there's
gets
no
this.
difference.
Yeah.
Both individual sports. No difference.
It's crazy.
Um,
They also have a bunch of tournaments that you don't even know exist.
Yeah.
yeah. I know there's one in San Jose. There's one in Toronto.
Like there
and
was
then the
one
4 majors, and that's it.
Yeah,
That's all
there-
I know.
There was one last week or whatever that was called like the Eastern and Western Open or
Yeah.
some shit.
Well, the
like that.
hardcore tennis people are like they have a Barbasol Open on the
PGA.
PGA.
They played
gotta
it for a
find-
format.
What the
on
hell was
one?
that?
It's staple.
It had the most ridiculous. I'm gonna look it up. Most ridiculous name. It was like Eastern and Western Open. Fuck, I gotta find it now.
Jason Day, I wanted to touch on just because he obviously had other things on his mind. Finished 28th. His 5th kid was getting born, I guess, but his wife said, "Don't bother coming."
Go win.
Yeah.
Go try and win it.
I think once you get to 3, it's fair game to not go. I don't know.
It just slides out anyway.
Yeah.
Somersaulting out of there.
Your 5th
Next.
one, you're telling me it's not going to come out like that?
Yes. Western and Southern Open.
Covers a lot of.
Not the Southwestern.
No, Western and Southern Open. It was last weekend.
It's different.
I'm just like,
Just
what the hell?
Scheffler, we obviously talked about that he doesn't like this format to decide the best player of the year, which we've touched on already. But also came out this week and said Brooks should be on the Ryder Cup team, which will foreshadowing a little bit. And then the only other thing I had was Taylor was 25th, Connors was 26th.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Good for them for making it. I mean, good seasons.
they are probably both very happy with that.
Yep.
Both had a win this year. Just
Now here's hoping that Danny Saul's coming home for harvest. Maybe take him to the Hillcrest.
I think that's the goal for those guys on tour, right? Is the
And Taylor-
Canadians.
make it.
Like,
and
Also
Yeah.
good for Taylor, like, he's in Saskatoon right now for that event up there. Flew out Sunday, obviously got there.
Yeah.
So
It's tomorrow, isn't it?
no, it was today.
It was today?
Yeah.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart with my kids. I think I could take them right now.
Yeah. I'm
Hey,
actually
it's
very
different,
pissed
though.
off.
Like, you're not
that-
playing 64.
No,
like, that's
I'm
the one he
playing
wants. Like, that new
Switch.
Mario Kart on Switch, like, the stuff you can do on there.
Oh, yeah.
I got on, like, a rabbit hole of, like, the people that are, like, good at it. And, like, they're just, like, not even
Shortcuts and
touching
shit.
the course, just shortcuts and, like, hovering and, like,
Oh, yeah.
the
Yeah.
kites you can put on them now. And, like,
Yeah.
I will.
it's pretty cool. Like, don't get me wrong. I watched it for a long time. But
I'm not sure if I ever
Stayed up
talked
all
about
night.
Yeah, that brings me to a good point. I'm not sure if I talked about it on the show or not, but like I get mad at my kid all the time for watching other people play Fortnite. But then I go back to when I was in university and like people would play Madden or Halo stuff like that. I would way rather watch my friends play that than play it myself.
Yeah.
I don't have the two thumbs like can move and
Yeah.
view at the same time. I'm like, I don't like that. I want to play sports games. But
Yep.
I would rather watch them play GoldenEye all the way back. I like playing GoldenEye, but I like watching people play it. And so now I'm getting mad at him. But it's just different if you're in the room. Like these are people you do not know watching
Yeah,
this.
That's
Like
right.
I don't want to watch it on YouTube. I want to watch my buddy. So I actually will sit downstairs. I'll watch him play. He's 9 years old, and I'm like, I mean, are you good?
Yeah.
Because like the whole point of obviously Fortnite is victory royale or whatever, finishing first, and he like finishes first like every third game. I'm like, this, I might have a savant. I might have to start taping him so I can build a YouTube page. But
That's the
then
thing.
I'm just like, nope, not gonna do that.
that actually makes me think of something. My parents, for whatever reason, just randomly. Have you seen those ads for that like little thing you plug in your TV that just has like all the old Nintendo games on it?
Yes.
My parents just randomly bought that for my kids. So my kids are just playing Mario 3 right now.
Well, you
For
you
Nintendo.
can- you
Good
did
one.
that
Really
with
good?
Switch.
It's, I don't know. It's
Is it a
good.
controller?
Yeah,
Is
it's
it-
like
yeah,
a PlayStation controller that you play
Yeah.
with
You
it.
can get it for the Switch, like you buy the package or whatever.
Yeah, so we have it for
Yeah,
Switch.
so do we.
Like I can play
Like the
all
Mario
the
one or all the
old, all
old
the
one?
old Nintendo.
we bought the
games.
Turtles one for like $40. You get all the Turtles games.
Yeah, like they're all on there. Like
Yeah.
I looked up Ninja Turtles. I looked up Double Dragon, like all those old games. So
Nice. It is a golf.
I'm playing it more than that.
This is a golf podcast, but it did remind me that in my week I did go to that new new Ninja Turtle movie. I loved it.
It was very good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Like it's the new style of cartoon, like the
I was
Spider-Man
concerned
news thing.
about it a little bit when I saw that for Turtles, but by the time it was over, I'm like, this
Yeah.
might be my favorite movie.
I love it.
My oldest is like, Dad, I like that movie way better than Mario. And I'm like,
And-
holy
Really?
shit, you know every word to Mario. How
Yeah, and
you like it better?
cold takes here. I almost because it was $4 day at the theaters,
Right.
and I bought the tickets and then saw it was 3D. And you know me, I hate 3D.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
So
Can't do it.
I said to my wife, I'm like, phew, we only wasted $16 because we ain't going. She's like, what do you mean we're
Yeah.
not going? She's like, it's in 3D. I already bought the
Yeah.
tickets, but we're only losing $16.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh no, we still have to go. I'm like, no, it was cheap. If it was the $10 ticket, we would be going, but it's only $4
Yeah.
each. We're not going.
They've been
It's like,
fucking
well,
it up.
Let's just go. And then we went, and don't get me wrong, I hate 3D, and I still hate it. But there were times where I just flipped my glasses down because I'm like, well, this
Oh,
is
you
in
did
3D.
watch it in 3D.
Yeah, I went to it because there was no
Yeah.
other showing.
Oh,
But like movies that remember when they went through that whole phase of like Fast and the Furious would be in 3D. And It's
Yeah.
like I'll just flip my glasses down, it's just blurry and there's nothing in 3D.
yeah.
Well, this movie because it's cartoon, it had 3D parts, but also you could flip them down and you couldn't really tell the difference because cartoons are normally fairly blurry. They're not a sharp image. But
Yeah, it's
Very
a good movie. Aces, birthdays, shots of the week. Aces, Kevin Dietz.
Yeah, Diesel, number 2 at Waskesiu.
Might be the best hole in the province to get an ace on.
If you can see it go in.
Yeah, I was just
Well,
gonna
absolutely
say.
you
I
can.
just had a conversation about how overrated that hole is.
Oh
Last
my
week.
God. With yourself?
Nope. With a bunch of people up at
A
Clear
bunch
Lake.
of people
Yes.
at Clear Lake?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Saying how much better 17 is than 2.
Oh my
It ain't even close.
God.
It ain't
It's
even
been
close.
ranked by a professional ranking system.
Not the
and it's
hole.
like
Maybe the golf course.
50 times
Maybe.
50 spots
Maybe
worse.
the golf course, but not the hole.
I think it was the golf course, first off. But
Definitely
it is
not the hole.
hilarious how Clear Lake and Waskesiu people just hate each other.
Well, it's just these two, isn't it?
Well, I know a bunch
well,
of
by the
Waskesiu.
sounds of it, it's a bunch of Clear Lake people.
There's some professionals out there that are Waskesiu people,
Professionals.
listen, that have admitted that 17 is a better hole than 2. But the golf course, not so much, is what they said.
So 17 has a similar way downhill thing, right?
Yes,
That's the
but
one
you can
that-
see the entire
Yes.
green.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I
You
think
can
we
see
looked
the
at.
entire green on 2.
Mm,
And the green doesn't suck.
Ish.
Sorry, I'll add that as well.
The green is fine. It's just
Yeah.
because
Fine.
he
It's
can't even say it
fine.
with his
Yeah, I
straight
know.
face.
the green is the green is fine. It's tough.
You're telling me a front right pin on that green is fine?
Well, it's hard. Does that make it bad? Like it's demanding.
Pretty tough.
Oh my god.
Next ace.
That's the only ace there was. So we
Oh.
got another 5 minutes to talk about it.
Really?
Birthdays.
Front right pin and your back left. Just
Yeah,
get
you're
your
forward
wedge
putting
out.
it, yeah.
Get your wedge out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're 3 to 4 putting that. Like that's unfortunate, but
Yep.
Don't hit it there.
birthdays didn't find any, but I should bring up Bob Barker died. We mentioned his birthday before. He passed away at 99. So a couple good tweets came
Best
out.
tweet. Best
Mhm.
tweet.
Uh,
Viral tweet. Got
I'll
us
add a
close to
birthday.
$1 without going over.
I can add
Yeah.
a birthday. Finley Canoe.
Oh, nice,
Oh,
Finn.
right.
Happy birthday.
Turn 5. Yeah.
Just
birthday,
5?
Finn.
Yeah.
Really?
He's a giant.
That's a cool 5-year-old.
Yeah.
It does help that he doesn't have teeth. You made a really good point.
Yeah. If he had teeth, they might not be as cute, but
Just have to keep knocking them out.
I was
eh?
just gonna say.
Tucker
I was
can
gonna
handle
s-
that.
I was just gonna say, is there is a tooth gonna grow through there?
apparently they're all both almost poking through.
Oh, okay.
Well, that
according to the
So I was
dentist, so.
running hockey camp today, and one of the younger kids, one of the kid comes up to me and he's like, "I got to go off the ice." I'm like, "Why?" He's like, "I got a loose tooth. I got to go pull it out."
Nice.
And he went out, just pulled his tooth out, and came back.
Yeah.
So
That's a cool kid.
My youngest lost both his middle bottoms like in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's the worst.
And meanwhile, my kid is now the 2 front teeth that he lost at the same time. Most kids, I think, lose them both at the same time. They're finally almost back in, like 7 months later, so he looks like a normal child.
There's nothing better than the 2 front tops missing. That's
Yeah.
the best look.
he's
on
not
a kid.
great as an adult.
hilarious.
I'll tell you that.
Not great as an adult, no. No.
As someone who's lost them a few times, it's not great as an adult for a couple days.
But at the same time, the opposite of that is nothing worse than a kid with 2 half-grown front teeth.
Oh yeah.
They're cool when they don't have
They're
them
all
at
right.
all, but
Yeah.
less cool as a child
Doesn't
when they
bug
only
me.
got like half front teeth. It's like, and then I think every kid in the world, they come in just slightly pointed towards each other.
Yeah.
And then once they come all the way down, then they straighten out. But yeah, goofy looking bastards.
Shots of the week, anyone?
I don't have one.
Nothing.
No.
I just had the one. I think it's arguably one of the best trick shots of all time. That hole-in-one trick shots guy, Callaway guy, hit
Josh
like
Kelly.
skipped it across the water, and then it just like rat hooked around the dog leg onto the green from like I don't know what it was, 230 or
I think
something like
Bronell's comment was, did it go in after you said best shot ever?
It was okay.
that. It was
cool.
okay.
The reason I
was
asked that if
cool.
it went in
Sorry.
is because that Sung Jae Im shot that he hit 2 years ago or whatever, that he couldn't see from the desert, that didn't go in. He hit it to like a foot, and Knoop's like, didn't go in. Not that great of a shot. That's why I asked if it went in.
I knew
Guys,
there was an
so
angle.
it was-
there. I knew there was an
It's a
angle.
really good shot because he put it to 10 feet. and
No,
he
it was a
couldn't
foot.
See it, and he couldn't because he couldn't see it from 150
Okay,
yards.
There was more to it than
oh
that.
my god,
He was like
just can't-
220 out or something
he
like
was
that.
not.
Some days I wish I lived in your brain to sort through the file folder of takes that you've got filed away for something to come back and remember a take.
Well,
It
that's the
is
best thing.
impressive. It is
what just
impressive.
happened there? That guy just doubled to the gap. Oh, remember when this guy said 3 years ago that guy couldn't hit a double to save his life?
Like nothing's a little like gives you more anxiety is being in a group chat with Bronell when you say something and then see that he's typing and it's like, is he looking something up?
Yeah, he's
Like,
searching.
Is he searching something in here to just like be like, 2 months ago you said the
Gotcha.
exact opposite.
But I will hand up. I do that all the time because as soon as someone says something, the search function in a Telegram group is pretty good because
It's a man's best friend.
What keyword do I need? Because I know
Yeah.
I'm looking for something, but I don't think it was said in the way that I thought
Yeah.
it was said.
Yeah.
So I got to try to find which
It's a
word
skill.
it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say you and I are 1-2 in no particular order.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could go back and find out that I'm one. But
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you could also call me out on things, and then I just have the pictures that say that you're wrong.
yeah, you can also delete stuff.
Oh yeah.
That's
worst
the
thing,
kicker.
Worst thing Telegram did was delete stuff. Because if you're a better searcher than the other guy, you just go back and delete it.
Smart. Okay, moving on. I guess we'll start with the Ryder Cup. I had predictions because we were going to do this yesterday, but I guess it's selections now.
This should be the only news of the week.
Well, there's some tournaments and stuff.
Oh,
but
okay.
So, part one, or the footnote or the lead into this is that we decided to do this podcast a day later when we probably should have done it at the same time because we would have the exact same reactions we do now because there was no surprises whatsoever other than the surprise, which isn't a surprise, of JT making the
I wouldn't
team.
say
Well,
yeah.
Burns was still a
Surprising,
question
no.
mark.
Disappointing, yes. Yeah.
We found
Yeah.
out last night late that he was on it.
Yeah, I don't get those leaks. Like,
I
what's the
don't
point of having an announcement?
It's like, you know what's ruined for me now is like trade deadline days
Yeah.
or free agent frenzy and like the
It's
NHL.
all leaked.
It's all leaked like 2 days before.
Remember the Vegas roster or the Seattle roster that got leaked?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my
It's like
thing.
they're going to have a whole
Does it
show
pay-
announcing the roster, and it's already known.
Do you get paid more to leak stuff?
I don't know.
More clicks,
Getting
more
back
views.
at them. Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like if you're a reporter and you have, say there's 3 reporters in your field and you're the first guy to break it, is that going to get you a better job? Are you going to get paid more, or you just get
Yeah.
more followers and then get paid more? Like it doesn't even make any sense. Because as soon as one guy breaks it, the other guy just copy paste it, be like, yeah, as per this guy, here's the thing. And if you have the followers, it's just like, okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
like it's always the same guys in football and baseball.
You only
and
have, I
hockey.
follow all 3 of them.
Yeah, you don't need to watch shows anymore. And like part of like before, like I would like not work that day and just like watch trade deadline
Yeah.
all day because it'd be like, oh, breaking, this guy got traded. Now it's like, oh well, he's gone, he's
Yeah.
gone, he's gone.
And that's how you'd find out.
And that
about it.
like obviously Kyle Porter or whatever, like of course he's gonna leak it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and that's
it's
why
not even a
we
leak; it's just done. Like
And that's why we don't live tweet on Sundays of golf tournaments. Like everyone else is saying all the stuff we would say anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah.
Just watch it and enjoy it.
So let's go through the team, I guess, or should we not?
yeah, like the picks or the
Oh,
whole.
so the 6 on
The
the team
selections.
were Scheffler, Harmon, Clark,
Homa.
Cantlay, Homa, and
Xander.
Xander. Yeah. Today they picked Morikawa, Burns, JT, Spieth, Fowler, and who
Brooks
was the 6th?
Koepka.
And
Brooks
Brooks.
Koepka.
Yeah.
So they picked Brooks, I think, because generally in the past, if the guy just misses the cut, they have to pick him. I
Has
mean,
to. Pretty much played his
Live
way on.
aside, he's earned his place on the team by just missing the cut. And they couldn't, because like the backlash they would have got if they didn't pick him, I think would have been.
Had to pick him.
Do you think that they would have got backlash for it?
Absolutely.
I think
Yeah.
they
So-
would have because of this potential agreement.
Yeah.
If that never happened, this merger never happened, I don't think Brooks makes this team.
Correct.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Even if he was automatically on it, I think you're probably
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
but now that they're
he-
kind
he-
of trying to work something out.
He deserves to be on it. Morikawa, we've talked about him. He's maybe had a bit of a
Bad year.
bit of a
It's good
bad
to
year.
see. Yep.
But his play has been good enough to make it. Spieth, good enough to make it.
Ricky, good enough to make it.
This year,
Questionable. Yeah.
yes.
Yeah,
But-
I would say Ricky's year has him.
But
It-
how's
it
his-
had him on the team only because he's played in it before and he played well enough this year to prove
Has he
that
played
still
well enough
got it.
in Ryder Cups before?
I think he's just the,
He's okay.
Okay.
I think he's been better when they've been in Europe though,
Hmm.
and he's been in the hunt in Open Championship, British Opens. But
I'll tell you, Ricky Fowler is 3-7-5
yeah, but
in the Ryder Cup.
where was he in that like 2012 or 2011 one where it had to go to Monday?
Yeah, I'm aware there's a no-hitter going on right now.
Yeah, why change the channel?
Because Freeman's up.
No, get away.
Anyways,
Watch the no hitter.
I would have no problem with these picks if JT wasn't on the team and they took Keegan Bradley instead.
Yeah,
The rest are fine. The rest are
Yeah, I think we can
fine.
agree that the other ones
are
are all fine.
JT pick that makes absolutely no sense whatsoever.
because there were a couple points today where Zach Johnson said when he was pointing out, who was he? I think it was DJ actually who was pointing out. He just said, like his results haven't really spoken for himself this year.
No, he said that he hasn't been playing. He hasn't been playing enough. He doesn't play against the guys enough to know.
And he hasn't played well enough this year against those guys.
Yeah.
Yet JT, for whatever reason, like you can't say one thing. You can't say one thing and then completely go against it in the other one.
I absolutely hate that I'm going to be the one that has to defend JT on this pod because I don't like JT, but somebody's got to defend him. And I know that you two aren't. You're probably not.
I would love to hear you defend
He's
him.
16-5-3 in team competition.
I don't think that is right.
I read it today. I typed
combined.
it out.
Oh, that's with Walker Cup, probably.
No,
And
that's
President's
president. Just
And
president
Walker
and
Cup.
rider.
President's Cup should not count. Like that's a runaway every
It's
year.
not that big of a runaway though.
Eh.
Lost the no hitter.
Yeah, lost it with 2 outs in the 9th inning on a double to the gap that the guy should have caught.
Oof.
Maybe arguably caught. We just got to watch replay.
Oh, Will Smith just homered.
Perfect, my guy. Yeah, like I get the record and the career and all that stuff, and that's the reason, and the pedigree that
It's a
he's had
popularity
being on the team.
contest for sure.
Yes,
But
just
Keegan brought that up.
like because Keegan, I think, tweeted out like he's like, I just
Pretty bummed.
what am I even
Yeah.
playing?
What do I
for?
got to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have been there. Like, what did he win? Twice? 3 times?
Twice this year,
I'd
once lost.
Yeah.
My thing is,
You could say
why do
Glover
they-
deserves it just as much as he does.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah, and you know what? I would have been fine with that as well.
What about Cam Young?
Would have been fine with that as well.
Just anybody but JT because he hasn't played well this year.
Correct.
But the tournament isn't for another month.
So what? Who cares?
So what?
So he's
It's a
automatically going to
risky
just
move,
find
and
something?
he might look like a genius.
Yeah,
The
but
betting money probably
so
is
look
the
at the
other way.
opposite. What if he goes out and goes like 1-3, 1-4?
Here's the
Right,
thing.
it's
I don't
gonna
think
look
he's going to
awful.
play that much.
Yeah,
Like
that's
he's
fair.
on the
He
team.
could.
I think they're just going to like
Well,
But in that case,
makes
why
it
not
even
bring
worse.
him? Why
Look-
not bring him
Yes.
as a whatever they call him, assistant captain? Then at that point, if that's going to be all he's going to
look
be there
up
for.
look up the record he has with Jordan Spieth and just that's the reason why he's on the team.
Okay, that's fair. But at that point, he was also playing good. So
That's why Sam Burns is on the team so he can play with Scotty Scheffler. That's why they
Correct.
pick guys because they have
but Sam
a
Burns is actually
relationship with.
playing good golf.
Yeah,
so
he
you're gonna
hasn't
put-
had that great of a year though.
It hasn't been bad.
Lately, he's been pretty good, but
Like you're going to put Spieth and JT out there, and JT playing bad. Just because they used to have chemistry isn't going to mean they're going to
Yeah.
all of a
Okay.
sudden start playing well.
Is
it's
this
not like he's shooting 78 bad. Like he's just not as good as he could be.
Here's the thing,
Yeah.
though: is hindsight 2020 if he plays well. Like if JT
Yeah.
goes there and he's
Yeah.
3-0-0, are you allowed to go back and say, "Oh, that's why they took him"?
No, you
Yeah.
have to admit you're wrong.
I don't know if you do. I think you can. I think if he goes 3-0-0, the people that don't want him on the team are still gonna be like, Keegan could have went 3-0-0.
Yeah, but
Oh.
is he going?
oh, JT's going to get a gimme matchup in singles.
If he's going 3-0-0 and he's playing 4-ball, do you give him a pass if he's not really the one that played well that match?
But that's what I mean.
Right?
I'm just saying that they pick him, and we all shit on the pick. But if he does really well, is it like that's why he was on the team, or is it still a bad pick no matter how he does?
yeah,
They're
but
going to need
the reason JT and Spieth are so good at 4-ball is because Spieth makes a ton of birdies.
random ones. Yeah.
And JT is just
Steady,
consistent.
yeah.
They're not losing holes because he makes his pars and then
But they're going to need to like you're saying it like the other guy can carry him. That ain't going to happen against these European teams.
Yeah, but if now, like Harvard just said, if JT's the one that's going to be the consistent guy making pars, if he can't make pars right now, and Jordan's going to be the one that has to do that, that's not his forte. Going out to make pars, he's a birdie bogey guy.
JT's JT hasn't been making a lot of birdies.
I know, but that's what I
So,
mean.
yeah,
Like they
I know.
don't. They're not the dominant team that we saw last year in the Presidents Cup.
But they might be still. We don't know yet.
And you say how good JT is. Well, why not pick Reed? He's a guy that's
Oh
played.
my
No,
God!
I'm-
I was really hoping you weren't going to bring.
But no, just think about it. If everybody says, "Oh, he's a glue guy," he's a guy like, look at his record, blah blah blah. Well, you know what? Reed has a really
There's
good
like
record.
10 guys that you could have picked ahead of him, though.
To say
Like
know, and I'm
Bryson.
not
Bryson
saying-
gets picked
I know,
ahead of Reed.
I agree. But if you're going off that same premise, Reed still kind of fits that same idea.
Because he had one good Ryder Cup.
He's had a couple.
I think it was one
Okay.
where he shushed the
Maybe.
crowd against Rory, and then everyone called him Captain America. That
I
was
mean,
it.
we can all agree on this. Like everyone's cheering for Team Europe.
Everyone.
everyone.
I think so.
Who did
I think
talk?
I think this for
Who did I
anyone
talk
that
to?
was
Oh,
on
yeah.
fringe.
Guy I played with the other day, initials JC, says he cheers for America every time. He's a
Why?
big America guy. I was like, what are you talking
I think
about?
this changes.
see that.
This turns all the fringe American fans into Europe fans.
Correct. I think you're right.
I think a lot of people are actually upset that JT, that it is now out in the open that they favor players for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah.
Because it's always kind of been there, but this is like blatant favoritism.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, that's exactly what it is.
And so I think it turns people off. Because you're going to, I believe you're going to see the exact opposite on the European side.
Yeah.
They're
Well, they
going to
get-
take
'cause-
they're going to take young guys that are
Well,
just like, oh, let's get them experience.
Partly because they have to, though. Right? Because
Yeah,
the guys
'cause-
that they would
'cause
normally
Liv.
lean on in that
Yeah.
situation are guys that they can't pick.
The
right?
last thing about JT is, and comparing to Europe, Ian Poulter. They've picked him however many times.
That's what Knoop's saying.
Hasn't been playing that good
He ain't
necessarily.
getting picked.
No, he's not getting picked this time. But in the past, they've picked him where he hasn't been playing better than some of the other
What's going
guys.
to be a bad
But
luck?
because of his pedigree, they pick him, and he plays well.
Do you know what
Except the
Poulter
last
did?
time.
I was going to say, do you know what Poulter did
Except
last
last
time?
But he's also old now.
So what's going to be a bad luck is tomorrow when obviously none of those guys get picked. Those stalwarts of the European team, none of them are getting picked, and then they're going to come out and say this, and then Europe's going to win, and then it's going to be like, well, I guess you guys are completely irrelevant now.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a bad luck on those guys. But
Yeah.
let's go through the news real quick.
Can
Sure.
we touch on the whole Fred couple saying that Cam Young was a lock
Oh,
To be on
right. I
this team?
forgot about that.
and shut out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in there?
I'm surprised they didn't take Young or Bryson, one of the two.
It's just weird that you're going to have an assistant captain
That
because it's not
length.
like he's just a guy that's kind of in the know. He is an assistant captain for the team and said, hey, this guy, yeah, they're probably going to be there. They're going to be there.
Yeah.
And then he wasn't.
I think he got voted out on. So if JT isn't there, is it Keegan or was it maybe Cam Young even before Keegan?
Or was it Bryson?
I don't think Bryson had a chance, to be honest.
Because that's the thing is it seems like it was JT or Keegan, but it might have been JT or Cam Young. And in that case, maybe you do take JT.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Like maybe Keegan wasn't even in the top 3 for that
Which
spot.
Also
not have been.
is a little questionable too.
I know it's questionable, but what happens if they came out and said, yeah, it was between Cam Young and JT and we took experience?
I wish they would have took Keegan and he would have gone like 0-3 or something.
So Keegan's
'Cause he would've.
Keegan's 4-3-0, but the last time he played, he also almost fought Miguel Angel. I can't
Rooster?
even say it. Yeah,
Angel Jimenez?
yeah, him.
You have a
Yikes.
Coke Zero on the
I know.
table right now.
Just
You
that
know what?
62 from the last 2 weeks.
62.
Yeah,
He's
they're
slurring 'cause
catching up
He
to
didn't
it.
have one today. All right, let's get to the news because we're 75 minutes into this.
Holy
serious?
cow! Quickly, that RBC scramble stuff came out. A bunch of people got DQ'd. I mean, we've said it for years now. Every time we talk about that it's a flaw. Speaking of flawed systems,
Yeah.
people are completely abusing that handicap system,
Oh, yeah.
and it's at least they're calling them out on it and DQing the people cheating. So that's one thing. That was real quick. Next, I guess Holly Saunders is
Exposed Sports League.
Exposed Sports League. It's sports with a Z,
Yes.
and I just wrote down should it be sports with an XXX?
Oh, yes.
Because like
Yeah, that's the whole like value proposition is no close, basically.
like
So it's just
Like,
gonna
are
be
they
like
just
pay per
playing-
view.
But are they playing golf or are they playing everything?
No, they're playing all kinds of sports.
Huh.
Like I
there's-
think basketball's one of them.
Like,
That will
I
be
mean, don't
weird.
get me wrong. Like, it's gonna be weird if they're like
Like
lingerie
playing-
football league and whatnot. Like, they still got like bathing suits and stuff
Support.
like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like you're just
Yeah.
naked running around a court. Like,
When she so follow her on social media because it's fun to watch that type of stuff. Not the female body in that, just like the downhill that she's had.
Oh yeah, trajectory. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's like, what the hell is going on here? And her and Oscar De La Hoya are dating, so it's just like some of the posts that they have together are just like, what? This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But then she posted this whole exposed sports league coming soon. And I'm just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
And then I've been following it, and I'm just like, I actually don't know what this is. It looks like it's strippers that are playing sports.
Could be.
I'm not saying anything about it.
Yeah, probably for the
it's-
best.
it's,
It is weird. I mean, we got to give it a shot, I think. But
Yeah.
anything to make a buck, I guess. Next, we talked about Bryson, but you guys see that T-shirt he launched? It's
Oh my.
BRY
Yeah.
58N
yes,
Yeah.
because it's 50.
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I said-
I don't know about that.
I said when it came out, unbelievable logo, terrible idea to sell merchandise.
Terrible.
Like I think that's a cool logo.
Who the hell is buying that?
I don't know.
I don't
Well,
know.
Canoop?
Doesn't he have like
Like,
millions of YouTube followers? I'm sure there will be lots of people that will buy that shirt.
6 of the millions will buy one.
I bet
pretty sure
you
it'll be
it's
way more
than you
than that.
think. And
People buy farts in jars, man.
bathwater.
Yeah, that's legit. That's usable stuff.
Put it in your hair. Keep your hair up. Next, we're moving on. Is it Joanne Carner shot 80 at
Yeah.
84 years old in the Senior Women's Open?
Greatest round of the year by anybody.
I mean, it's not as good as 70 at 70, but
Why? Why do you think that still? I don't get that.
it's under par, man. Like, no one breaks par.
The difference between a 70-year-old and an 84-year-old is
Is
just
huge.
insane, man.
My
Sure.
dad's
Yes.
67.
Yes. And
Yeah,
mine's
he ain't
7.
shooting 66.
No, but when he's in 4 years from now, if he shot 70, I'd be like, he's still good at golf.
My dad was
80?
good at golf at 67. Now he's 78 and he can barely put the tee in the ground, man.
He's got a point.
Yeah,
Like,
but
He's 80
Gotta
years
hit it off
old.
the deck.
He hits driver every shot.
Throw the ball.
He's like your kid.
my kids do hit driver every shot. Yeah, so I don't know. It's not as good as under par at 70, but it's a pretty impressive round, no doubt. Next, story time with Phil. What do you guys think of that video?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I
No.
liked it.
It was good.
Liked it? I don't know.
Which one was
It's-
this?
It's
You
something
didn't like
rubs
it?
me the wrong. Like,
Well, yeah.
it's just like now he's not fig jamming on the course. He's fig jamming in his story times. Like,
yeah. It was a little felt
like
a
where
little
he had the
scripted,
sign. He's like, and for people who think it's a fake story, and he
had
just
the
pulls
sign,
out the
and-
sign that he has. Like,
but yeah.
he also just could have got that day.
Yeah.
Like,
Could
I
have got
don't
it
know.
made up.
It seems made up.
Matty B can get the Labor Day signs made up in one day.
I got it made
Exactly.
up in like 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Yeah.
And he has infinitely more reach.
Resources.
Yeah.
That you guys see that thing where it was a big thing about whether that putt should count? That video where the putt rolled and like sat on the lip for like 20 seconds,
Yeah, I have no problem counting it.
and
On what? In a tournament or
Just
what?
a random.
just,
Or just a
random-
guy, and then he
was
went
sitting
over
there,
it,
He went over, put a shadow on
shadow.
it, took his shadow off, and then it like
And
fell
he was
in.
just about to knock it in at about probably 15, 16 seconds that it fell in.
I'd count it. Why not?
I think he actually did jump prior to doing the shadow thing.
Yeah.
The jump is what made me think maybe it doesn't count.
Who cares? It's your own round. Do your own thing. Whatever.
You're
Count
right.
it.
You're right.
Yeah.
Count it.
Exactly.
You're right. Count it. Donald Trump won his club championship.
Didn't he break? Didn't he shoot 68 or something?
Shot 67 with no hanky-lanky going on in that game, is what he said. in the
Hanky
tweet.
lanky.
No
Uh,
hanky-lanky was
I
going
saw
on.
a video of him today picking his ball up
Yeah.
with the back of his putter. He obviously gave himself a gimme in the club championship.
I would love to watch that whole round, all 67 shots, just back to back. That would be the best
Just bang,
content
bang, bang.
of golf content of the year.
Because
Because there's no way it happened. So
They just
No, but
leave
the
15
I
shots
was just
out.
gonna
Like,
say, so the 67 shots would have only been 2/3 of his round.
no, I want to see. I want to
like
see
you wanna
exactly
see-
what happened.
Yeah, you want to see his tee shot, his approach shot, his ball missed the green, and all of a sudden you have a birdie. Like
Yeah.
just like a shot's cut out of all of them.
Yeah, it's
So did you see the tweet that he sent out after he said he announced, or after his announcement?
no.
He said, "Here's the professional's number at my golf course. Give him a call if you don't believe me." And all the Secret Service were watching me. Was essentially what he
yeah,
said.
but all those people are paid by
Paid
him.
off.
Exactly.
They're all paid
Yes.
off.
Like, not even paid off. He literally writes their checks.
Yes.
Like, say this or you no longer
Yeah,
have
you don't
a job.
want a job. Yeah.
And his son came out and said Donald Trump has done more for the game of golf than anyone else in history.
Oh my god.
So take that for what you will.
I just sometimes I think he's outlandish, but his kids are absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, they're
And I
nuts.
love how he showed up for his mugshot and paid bail like instantly. Like didn't want to be in there for more than like 3 minutes.
Yeah, he's getting back in next year, isn't he?
Yeah,
I
if he's
think
n-
he'll be the
if they
guy that's
somehow
going up
don't-
against them. But
Yeah.
okay, around the world, Corn Ferry Tour, the Albertson Boise Open, won by Chan Kim. Pretty displayable trophy. We hadn't really talked about trophies yet today, so start there. Real mantle type trophy. This one. Wood
As good as this
base.
one?
What's that?
As good as this one?
Well, different style. Like that's
Yeah.
a big, beautiful trophy. This is just kind of a wood base with like a little glass triangle type thing on it.
Oh yeah.
Silverman was 35th. Roger Sloan was 70th. So he's currently 35th in the rankings. I think with one left now.
Yeah. I think there's 2.
And Will Bateman missed the cut. But the big story on the Corn Ferry Tour is this Alejandro Tosti.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys remember this?
Slap on the wrist.
He withdrew this week, but he was then suspended for, I guess, just being an asshole.
I
Really.
think that's what it is. Yes.
Like, apparently he just yells at, like, his playing partners, yells at caddies, yells at rules officials.
Really?
One of the stories that came out is, like, there was a short par 4 that the whole tournament, everyone was waving people up to hit and then finishing. And when he got there, the group in front of him didn't wave him up. So he was, like, screaming from the tee box at these guys. And I guess there's another hole, couple holes later that they didn't wave him up, and he just went ballistic. And apparently goes back to his Latin America tour days. Like he's just been a dick, and he's like 5th in the rankings, so he's getting his tour card. So
yeah, it'd be interesting to shine a bit of more of a spotlight on that as if he makes the tour, or he'll get put in his place pretty quickly.
that's what I
would
was
say.
thinking.
Hopefully.
Someone's gonna
Yeah.
tone him down pretty quick. But yeah, so that's Corn Ferry Tour Champions Tour, the Ally Challenge. Vijay Singh comes back to win this one. We probably could say Paul Goydos lost this one.
Yes, I was just
big
gonna
time.
say at the expense of Goydos with his 4-putt
Like
triple.
That was
Last-
tough to watch.
that was an
Second last-
all-time putting display.
That second last putting stroke of his was very Zalatoris-esque.
The first two were nothing to write
Find
home
that
about. Like,
tweet. Find that.
he didn't
tweet.
touch the hole on the first two
was-
putts.
Yeah.
I
It
think
was
the first
L's
one-
of the Masters all over again.
I think the first one was a bad camera angle. I think it was a power lip.
Oh.
Yes.
But yeah, kind of a medal flag type trophy for those who listen. Ames was 3rd. Weir was 30th. On the Canadian Tour, the Centrepoint Canada Rail Park Manitoba Open,
Wow.
won by Hayden Springer. Just your terrible generic bowl trophy. Kind of a very Manitoba type thing.
Mm-hmm.
Just generic courses.
Generic.
Oh,
just,
fuck.
just everything.
just a bull, hey?
Just a bowl, just a run-of-the-mill bowl, run-of-the-mill course. Just,
Useful though. Like put
I mean,
stuff
you,
in it.
you eat a bowl, eat soup out of it, I guess.
Cereal. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the LPGA, the CPKC Women's Open in BC, won by Megan Kang. Brooke, with all the help from God, was 13th.
That's right.
All
She got a
glory.
lot of help this week.
all
All
the
glory.
glory and help that he gave her. got her to 13th. Lena Sharp was 36th. And then Batty Serzik and her sister, Ellie Serzik, both missed the cut. And then there's a pile of other Canadians, but those were kind of the two
I didn't
notable
even know
ones.
she had a sister that was in golf.
Yeah.
Younger, I believe.
Yeah, just finishing up NCAA stuff, I believe. And then the DP World Tour, the D&D Real Czech Masters, won by Todd Clements. His first win on the DP World Tour. Aberg and Bob Mack were fourth, so really helping them for their Ryder Cup bids here.
Mm-hmm.
And just your real dollar store trophy. Just something you'd buy at the dollar store. Like, you know what I mean?
Like
Kind
first
of
place.
looks like the top of that,
Yeah,
but
first place. Yes.
way less quality version.
Yeah, not the wood base this one's got.
Exactly. And that's the news.
Hat tip to friend of the pod, Cade Johnson, for Monday qualifying this week on the PGA Tour Canada.
Right, yeah. That's
not-
the Minnesota one, right?
Yeah, he's
The
not at Labor Day.
CRMC Championship.
We will
presented by
say he
Gerdens.
was coming to Labor Day if
Yeah.
He was
he didn't
hitting
make it.
80% of my shots on 8.
Was he gonna play the Skins game on Friday too?
He was going to, yeah.
Oh shit.
I
Could've beat him again.
I sent him a DM on Instagram saying, "Congrats," I guess. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Good.
Good
Congrats.
job.
See you never.
Yeah.
Because that would have been awesome. Him and Canoop, him hitting shots on 8, them just trading back and forth, actually hitting greens.
That would be
Pick
good.
who you want to hit it.
Yeah. I know who I'm picking.
I think we would have gambled. Every shot it
That's
would have
probably
been fun.
been good. Yeah.
Yeah.
KP.
Yeah.
Both guys.
So
Yep.
that's news. We covered Ryder Cup. Picks are done. I guess we can officially give Matty B his second trophy.
Thank you. On the picks thing. for
So is that
next year.
2 for you, 2 for Maddie,
One
one
and
and one?
I have 2.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry, 1.5. I have at least have a half.
We're not living in a world of half trophies. I
We're
refuse
cutting it
to
in
live
half.
in the
Yeah.
world.
Okay, sorry. We both get half because his didn't start until.
Yeah, but he would have won if he
February.
would have continued, right?
Yeah.
He would have birdied 15. He would have birdied 17 and 18.
Makes a good point.
I
Well,
kind of.
who knows what would have happened if we started before,
Yeah.
right?
All I know is we need a new format next year.
Big time.
Yep.
It's going to be tough.
Best bets, anyone?
For what?
For
Labor
what?
Day?
For Labor Day.
European event?
Yeah.
I'd said John Catlin, top American, plus 350. He's just got to beat Justin Suh. That's it.
It's a tough task.
That's a great bet.
Plus 170.
Plus odds on both guys?
Yep.
Doesn't even make sense.
Take them both.
One's got to be minus money.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
No.
Maybe it's minus 170.
That
that's
makes
probably
more,
I just
more-
saw
that makes
plus
way more
350
sense.
for John Catlin against
Yeah.
Justin
At
Suh.
minus 170 though, it wouldn't be plus 350.
Something's not
No.
up. But anyway, we don't need to fact check that. Let's set the odds on if JB and SL can three-peat at
No, I am betting no.
I
I think there's
will
way
take
too
that
many
bet
teams.
right now. Shake my hand.
What's our bet?
Anything.
$50.
Any amount.
Okay, how about this? This is a great bet.
Oh,
This
boy.
is a great bet.
I'm
no
not taking.
strokes
No,
in the next
You
match.
get the field?
Listen.
No way.
No strokes in the next
Well, yeah,
match.
I'll take the field. But if you win, you can claim that our match was a victory.
No.
No,
if
he's
I
already
win-
claiming
I've
that.
already claimed it.
Well, it's not true.
It's
but
not
that's
claiming
fine.
anything. It
No,
happened.
you are claiming it.
It's legit.
quit.
You are claiming.
You quit.
But if I win, then it's just washed. I'm not
No,
taking
let's
a win.
let's come up with something better than that. I mean,
It's a pretty good one.
Cash.
Six
Hand
beer
jobs.
6 beer pod.
Yeah.
6 beer
Six,
pod.
we haven't had a 6 beer pod in a long time.
No.
We haven't.
6 beer pod.
6 beer pod. I get more than one team though.
Okay,
You get to pick the second team.
come up with a couple.
No, just right now. You got to pick it off on the spot. So yeah, these guys have won twice in a row. I think the top flight this year is stacked. There's a lot of very good players in it. The only issue is these guys, it's their home course. They know exactly how to play this.
Yes, and
this
they're a
course.
perfect team.
They're a perfect team.
Yeah. One guy's in play all the time. The other guy's the second longest hitter at the course. Like,
Can I update Harv's?
He is correct.
There are 5 Americans playing this week.
Yeah.
Oh,
The other 3 suck.
Oh.
You don't
Oh,
know that.
who
now
are
I
they?
get it.
Let's hear.
Chase Hanna, I've heard of him. Joshua Lee, no idea. And Gunnar Weeb.
So is it plus 170 plus 350?
It is 1.95, so no. No,
Just
like minus
convert.
110?
Like you can
Even
do
money.
one
Yeah,
click
minus
and get it to
110
the
and-
other.
plus 250.
You can definitely click it over and then just tell you. Let's go.
Okay, I got my second team.
Names.
Kyle Duffin and Chase Porter.
Ooh.
So
I want them.
what?
No. No
Wasn't
chance.
that the bet?
Yeah, that was a bet he get with
No.
one team, and then he didn't like the team that he got.
Nope.
All right,
Nope.
John
and
John
that-
McConnell, Michael Wallace.
No. You get Duffin and
Okay.
Porter. That was the bet.
'Kay.
No, you get Duffin and Porter. Don't shake his hand. Unless it's
yes,
Duffin and
I
Porter.
We have our own bet.
I get Duffin and Porter.
Yes.
Yes, I do.
No.
6 beers.
Because they're playing skins, so they will have seen the course.
Yep.
That's
Well,
what Canoop knows.
Duff's played it a
They're
few
playing.
times too.
Yeah, no,
Duff's
but they're
playing
playing
it,
the
it's
day
fine.
before.
If you're not going to give me them,
Can
I get
see
to have
the
3
tee sheet?
teams.
Can I see the first flight? You guys fill some time here while I look at this here.
No, take Duffin and Porter. They have the best chance.
He's saying no now, so I guess
Cotter
there's no
and
bet.
Cotter and
can't
Shirley
really
have a
do
chance.
anything when someone says shut
You
up.
can't
No,
do
they don't.
anything.
Cotter and Shirley have a shot.
Maybe this is the year one of us wins a skin. I know Canoop won one last year, but
Actually, you know what? I think Chase and Duff have a shot because they make birdies.
yeah. If you're not going to give me them, I get to have 3 teams. That's the deal.
North and Sajonki have a shot.
Yeah,
were
everybody in the first flight has a
everyone
shot.
has a
Seven,
shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There were 7 last year, and they're way better this year. Are you giving
3?
them 2 or 3?
Or you give me Duffin and Porter.
Do you want to give me? Do you want to take the field, and I will take those 2?
You're completely
That's
switching it
not
now.
the bet.
Well, I'm just saying.
This is
I-
why he doesn't
I-
want to play with him
I
anytime.
would listen. I would do that bet. So what I'm saying is, you should be able to want to do that bet as well.
You should want
same
to.
time.
You should want to end this pod so people don't realize why you don't play golf. No one plays golf with you for strokes.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not. I
If
don't know. what
I'm
you're s-
willing to do it, I think you should be willing to do it.
So you're saying that you were wrong 5 minutes ago.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Looking at the teams, yeah, might be tough.
It's going to be tough for anyone to win.
So now
Decide.
all that'll happen is the bet will stay the same. You get Duff and Porter, and JB and SL, and he gets the field. And now he's just going to reduce the bet down to $5, probably.
You know what? I'll switch it up. You can have those 2. I'll take the field.
You're gonna. This is why you don't play golf with him. The same
Deal.
thing.
6
just happened.
Maybe
Everyone-
I want to drink 6
we
beers
just-
on the pod next week, bud.
We just peeled back the curtain on why
You drank 3
you
this
both
pod. What's
golf
3
together.
more?
What's 3 more?
Do I think they're going to win?
Start earlier.
Do I want them to win? No. Do I think they're going to win? Probably.
They're gonna win by
Yeah.
3.
So now you have to cheer for them, kind of. That's why I did it.
Let's cheer for the other
I get to
guys.
cheer for everybody else.
Yeah, I guess.
That's true.
Perfect.
I mean, we don't want to see the same team win every year.
Correct.
No.
And the easy way to rectify that is just not allow them to play.
Do they
next
buy
year.
mulligans on 8 from you? Or are they losers in
Yeah,
that
when
way?
I purposely hit shitty shots.
Yeah, you got to pump it so far out of bounds.
I'm going to. I'm going to dump it in the the pond right in front of me for the.
That's my only one today.
Yeah.
Top it
Sorry,
onto the
guys.
Callaway flag that's going to be in front of the tee.
Perfect.
You guys got anything else? I'm excited.
Can't wait.
Yeah, should be good.
Horse races are going to be fun, as always.
Yep.
4 horse races, flighted. Everybody gets a
Culminating together.
chance.
Everyone gets a chance.
Yep.
But we'll be back next week to recap. And Harv's going to bring back Guess the Golfer next week.
Yep, it's happening.
So we're just going to embarrass ourselves one more time. He's probably going to make them extra hard because we got 3 people here.
No Keegan Bradley.
Yep.
Already
Might be
used.
The first one. Just guess them first.
He didn't get picked this week. But yeah, if you guys don't have anything else, until next time, until next week, it's time for us to hit the clubhouse.